People who have lost 20-30 pounds, what things did you do different? I know people hate hearing it, but I just ate less and did more. I de-weighed about a half hour past when I was hungry to actually eat. I de-eat slower and a slightly smaller portion. Your body gets used to that pretty fast. As for the exercise, it started with short walks around the block and just started to get longer as I got more used to them and eventually became a love of hiking. I got a food scale for cheap at Walmart, downloaded a diet tracking app, and measured everything I ate to ensure I was actually staying in a caloric deficit of 500. Allowed me to drop about 50 pounds in a year. Moved to NYC. Walking a lot plus being broke can help you lose a lot of weight. Reduced carbs, processed foods, alcohol. Walked a lot more. Worked on my mental health and anxiety. I changed my diet and exercised more. Stopped eating crap. That's all I did to go from about 275 pounds down to about 180. I was eating crap throughout the day, 4 or 5 cans of full-fat Coke a day, sausage rolls at break time during work, chocolate bars, crisps. On an evening I would have 6 cans of Stella and 2 Ginsters pasties. One day I read the back of one of the pasties, and realized they were 1,100 calories each, and I was eating 2 of those on an evening. No additional exercise, didn't stop drinking booze, just stopped eating absolute processed crap and treated cans of Coke as a treat instead of my go-to drink, and instead of 2 processed pasties, I would have a chicken stir-fry. My big change was going from 190 to 165. Every day after work I'd come home, prepare some combination of protein and vegetables, do 15 minutes of working out while the oven preheated, and shower while the food was cooking in the oven. Healthy meal and exercise in a 30-minute chunk after work. 5 days a week lazy on weekends, and not snacking constantly through the rest of the day, which is easy with a job, much harder at home with access to constant food. In about 6 months, I was below 170 and happy with my results, and the lifestyle change was very insignificant. I had to choose between food and mortgage payments. Take this with a grain of salt because I still have 20 more to go. But the other 30 pounds went away when I started running every day and making it a point to replace 1 meal a day with a salad. For the running I cycled between walking and running for 5 minutes each for half an hour and slowly increased the time spent exercising. The hardest part truly was showing up, but the rotation of walking and running made it feel less daunting and more sustainable. I lost 40 pounds by walking a minimum of 700 steps a day, strength trained 3 to 5 x week. Lastly, I counted my calories to track what I was consuming. I aimed for 500 calories a day and prioritized protein 100 g. It took 6 months of consistency, and keeping ish to this routine has kept it off for 3 years. I counted calories. When I reached my limit I quit eating for the day. More protein, fewer carbs, daily cardio. Depression works really well for weight loss, accompanied by self-loathing. I ate less and moved more. Portion control. Just stop eating so damn much. No one's saying you can't eat unhealthy foods, just eat less of it. And for the love of God, get up and move. And if you can't determine how to eat less, look at calories religiously. I lost 135 pounds in 9 months limiting carbs, with an emphasis on fats and proteins. I got a kitchen scale and we weighed and mowed everything. Whole foods, portion control, a calorie deficit and being in fat-burning mode ketosis the entire time made all the difference. Appetite was a non-issue the entire time. Went from 320 to 185. 62 m. Stopped eating after 8 p.m. Only drank water. Sounds like bullshit, but this paired with monitoring my calorie intake took off about 28 pounds in 4 months. It probably helps I only drink water and the occasional once or twice a week Diet Coke. Cut alcohol completely and paid more attention to what I was eating. Diet and exercise. Stopped drinking alcohol and I started using food as fuel for my body instead of just eating what I was in the mood for. I dropped about 60 pounds from August 2019 to August 2020. I've kept the weight off and formed good habits. Not snacking and just being a bit more mindful of what I was putting in my mouth. Stopped overestimating my activity level on the calorie calculators